Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here with WalkerFitMuscle.com and welcome back for another video. Today's video is all about you hard gainers. If you've been working out for a long time, no matter what you do, you're putting the time in the gym, you're doing everything you are told to do, and you're still not gaining that muscle that you've been trying so hard to gain, watch this video. I'm gonna tell you not only what you're probably doing wrong, but what you need to do to make sure you optimize your results and start building muscle quickly. Let's get busy. Hey guys, all right, before I get into the actual video, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you click on that bell icon. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. One last thing, at the end of this video, if you have any questions, please leave me a comment in the comment section because I'm going through and addressing everybody's question because I want you to be able to understand everything I'm telling you to do, and I want you to be able to implement this stuff immediately so you finally start building that hard-earned muscle you've been trying so hard to build. All right, now let's get right into this video. All right, the first thing I do want to address is you've got to prioritize your nutrition, man. I've been training clients for over 27 years. Myself, I am a hard gainer. I've been working out for over 30 years personally. I spent the first 5 years of my workout career doing everything wrong. I'm reading magazines. Of course, this was back before any type of internet, anything like that at all. So I only had magazines to refer to and old books from the library. So everything was completely wrong from what I eventually found out the longer I got into training. Okay, so I spinning my wheels, doing things I was told to do, but nothing was working. I was still skinny, I was still scrawny, still weak, still not gaining any size. So one thing I was not doing is I really wasn't eating as much as I thought I was. You've got to eat a lot of food, man. Some of you guys, depending on your metabolisms, depending on your builds, if you're just naturally a string bean and you want to gain muscle, it's going to take a ton of food. Okay, so, and even once you start eating a lot of food and you finally start growing, guess what? You're going to plateau quickly. So you're going to have to eat even more food. So I'm going to give you some of the tricks that I've utilized over the years with a lot of my clients, also myself, because like I said, when I started working out, I was extremely skinny. And I put on over 80 pounds over my workout career. So yes, it took time. It wasn't overnight. I did it naturally, doing things the right way, doing the right type of workouts, right type of nutrition. And we'll get into all that here in a minute. But first, when it comes to nutrition, make sure you're eating in a caloric surplus. Typically, if you're a hard gainer, it's gonna require an extreme surplus. What that is, you're just eating more than your body is naturally burning. So if your body needs 2,500 calories to maintain homeostasis, 2,500 calories to maintain your current weight, then add 500 calories, start at 3,000 calories. And what I recommend, get you a journal. You wanna make sure you're documenting everything. That way you are consistent and you see the progress that's being made, or you see the lack of progress that isn't being made. So write down your starting weight and also measurements, because at the end of the day, a lot of times it's all about building more muscle anyways, not just the weight on the scale. So measure your arms, measure your chest, measure your abs and waist to make sure you're not getting the wrong type of weight. Measure your upper quads, mid quads, lower quads, calves. Measure everything, okay? Also take pictures. Take front pictures. Make sure you take side pictures. Take the back pictures, take your other side, and then once you get all of those, little bitty, don't even wear baggy shorts, man. You want to see your quads, you want to see your hamstrings, you want to see your glutes. So tight underwear, whatever you have, just make sure you're going to be able to look at your pictures a month down the road, 2 months down the road, and notice growth somewhere, because believe it or not, a lot of growth initially is going to come from your glutes. You're doing a lot of back squats, you're doing a lot of deadlifts. A lot of the exercises you're going to be doing is going to build your lower body, but you're just building a foundation that's going to help you grow your chest, your arms, your shoulders, all those things as well, your back. All right, Here's the thing with nutrition, a couple key points. 30 grams of protein every 3 hours. Don't miss the 30 grams of protein every 3 hours. That's basically where you want to keep your protein. Obviously, we're all different, we're all unique, but if you're hitting your 30 grams, then you're going to get enough. Don't make the mistake. A lot of people assume that since protein does build muscle, if you don't know that, you just learned that, protein is the building blocks of muscle. Here's the thing. Once you get to that 30 gram range, some people may be 25, some may be 33, 35, but 30 grams is sufficient for building optimal muscle mass. The rest of your calories need to come from complex carbohydrates. All right, complex carbs, your rice, potatoes, beans, quinoa. Pastas are very calorie dense, so pastas are really good as well. And even some breads, I'm gonna tell you now, even some breads, typically if you're prone to putting on fat, which you're not gonna be as a hard gainer, but if someone is prone to putting on fat, you eliminate breads and you eliminate juices, fruit juices and milks. As a hard gainer, that's gonna help you get those surplus calories. So I'm gonna recommend milk, okay? But just get some milk, some kind of liquid calories, even juices, protein shakes mixed with a juice to add the flavor. But things of that nature are gonna help you get those extra calories, because you may start out at 3,000 calories and you gain a pound. The next week you gain nothing. So guess what? You could bump it up another 500. Use the 500 calorie bump every 2 weeks. So it may require a ton of calories for you, but I promise you, the more you're starting to put into your body, the more you're gonna finally start building muscle. That's the key. Now back to the journal. The reason I'm telling you to do the journal is because sometimes you're gonna be surprised at how little you're actually eating. I've got clients, man, I've had clients for years that I tell them, do this, do that, eat in a calorie surplus. They think they're eating 5,000, 6,000 calories. So I tell them, document everything you put in your mouth for 2 weeks. They do that, they give it back to me. They're not eating near as much as they thought they were. A lot of times they're in the 2,500 calorie range and they thought they were getting 5,000 calories. So when you have something written down that you can look at, then you can calculate those calories to see, man, you're still very short in how many you should be consuming. Because at the end of the day, that's one of the biggest things that is failing hard gainers, is just not enough calories. If you're younger, then guess what? You need even more calories. As you get older, if you're an older hard gainer, you're not gonna need as many, but you're still gonna need to be in a calorie surplus. One last tip with the nutrition. You already know to make sure you're getting the 30 grams of protein. You already know I'm saying get you some calories, because a lot of times, make you a smoothie that's got 800 to 1,000 calories in it. Put some milk in it, put some fruit in it, some peanut butter in it, make it good, man. Put all of that together, add 800 to 1,000 calories. You can do 1 or 2 of those depending on how many calories you need per day. So I've had 1,200 calorie shakes. When I was trying to gain weight in it, I would have 2 1,200 calorie shakes. All right, 2,400 calories just in 2 shakes. Then I'm eating 4 meals. So I was making sure I was getting a lot of calories. So once I did that, I noticed the scale moving. I noticed the tape measure moving. My shirt started getting tighter. My pants started getting tighter. So I finally started to grow. Okay, last thing, before bed, what I always recommend my hard gainers do is 4 pieces of bread and make you a PB&J, 2 PB&J sandwiches. Peanut butter, load it up with peanut butter, put some jelly on it, put that together, and 16 ounces of milk. 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, 16 ounces of milk every night before bed. If you want to add even more calories, you can do a banana with it. I actually like mashing my bananas and my peanut butter together. If you haven't tried that, man, that is heavenly. It's great, it's a great treat. But only if you are a true hard gainer. Otherwise, you will wake up getting the wrong kind of weight. You're gonna start feeling a little bit too bloated, start gaining weight around the gut and all of that. So this is specifically for you hard gainers that have tried everything and have not been able to gain. I promise you, you do these things, you are going to gain weight. You're gonna gain muscle. All right, touched on nutrition. Second thing is your training. What type of training should you be doing? And also, how often should you be training? Here's the thing, when you're a hard gainer, your mindset typically is, I gotta work out every day. I just gotta train hard. I gotta live in the gym, sleep in the gym, dream of the gym, That's what you're thinking. The more you work out, the more you're gonna grow. That's not how it works, all right? You have to rest. You have to allow time to recover. That's when your muscles are going to grow. You need time for them to repair. So what I usually recommend for my hard gainers, work out 4 times per week. And all your workouts should be revolved around compound multi-joint lifts, squats, you're doing your deadlifts, bench press, chin-ups, back rows, overhead press, okay? Hanging clean and press. All of those are going to boost your hormones, build muscle, burn fat still. So you're gonna get tremendous benefits when you prioritize those types of exercises. This is the other thing I want you to focus on is how to structure this workout. 4 days a week, what I'm gonna recommend, you do a push day. Push day meaning chest, shoulders, triceps. So you're doing your bench presses, your overhead presses, your overhead tricep extensions, or your close grip bench presses for the mass, your parallel bar dips for your triceps. So you're doing all the movements for your chest, shoulders, and tris, all the pushing. Push away, push up. So that's what the push day means. Second day, you're gonna be doing leg work. Quads, hamstrings, glutes. So you're gonna be doing your squats, your Romanian deadlifts, RDLs. You're gonna be doing hamstring curls. Even straight deadlifts off the floor will be a great movement for this day. Okay, but make sure everything is revolved around your compound movements. Back squats or front squats or goblet squats, some type of squat variation, and RDLs for your hamstrings. Those are gonna be one of the better ones. I actually like 2. The RDLs are gonna be working from the hip motion. Also want you to work from the knee joint by doing leg curls. So you don't wanna neglect your hamstrings. Hamstrings are one of the better muscles for you to work. Nothing worse than seeing dudes with jacked quads turn to the side and just flat. You don't want to be flat on your posterior at all. You want thick hamstrings, thicker glutes. That's gonna keep any imbalances from happening. And also it's gonna help make the weight on the scale go up. Also, the more you grow down below, the more your legs are growing, the more your upper body is gonna be able to grow as well. So that makes a big difference. All right, so you got your push day, leg day, then take a complete recovery day. Take a day off. So if you're doing this Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday is gonna be a recovery day. You're gonna rest, recover, eat, replenish, eat a ton of food. Make sure you're getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep. We're gonna touch on that here in a minute as well, but that's what you're doing on Wednesday. Thursday is gonna be a pull day. All your back movements and then all of your bicep movements. So back and biceps. Every type of pulling movement. So pull your body up if you're doing pull-ups, chin-ups, or pull downs. All right, bent over rows, you're pulling the weight back. So you want some good chin-ups, you want some back rows, you want some dumbbell rows, a lot of those types of things. And then biceps, bicep curls, incline bicep curls are one of my favorite for stretching. And you can overload the biceps, man. Get an easy bar curl, do some easy bar bicep curls. I like those. The easy bar, the reason I'm recommending those is better for your wrist as opposed to a straight bar. So if you don't have an easy bar curl, then just do dumbbell curls. You can do the same type of supinated movement with the dumbbell curls. So that's gonna give you tremendous benefits. But next Friday, you want another off day, complete recovery day. Now here's what I like to do with my Saturday. Overall body complex. So we're talking, you're working everything but one exercise that's gonna be a multi-joint compound movement. So squats, you're gonna be doing squats, either chin-ups for your lats, or if you've got good lats and you want a thicker back, then once you do your squat, you can do a back row. Reverse grip row, overhand pronated row will work as well. Seated row, if you're at the gym, you can do a row machine. But squats, a back row, you want to do a bench press variation, be a standard bench press. Incline bench press if you're trying to do the upper. All right, so one of those chest exercises, also an overhead press movement. And then I like a heavy core movement. Typically I like to do farmer carries. Helps with your hand strength, overall core. basically farmer carries, get weight as heavy as you can hold and just start walking with it. 20 to 30 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Control your steps. Keep the core tight. Keep your chest out, shoulders back. But that's a good movement to add to the overall body workout. All right, so that would be a Saturday. Sunday, complete rest and recovery day. So just to reiterate, Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, off Friday, and then Saturday another workout, and then off Sunday. So Monday is gonna be push day, Tuesday is gonna be leg day, off Wednesday, Thursday is gonna be a pull day, Friday is gonna be another off day, Saturday is gonna be a overall body complex day. All right, here's the other thing I want you to focus on with these exercises. This is where I got it wrong. This is where a lot of other people got it wrong back in the day. Lift as heavy as possible, as much as you can, until failure, all right? So, man, I was destroying my joints. I was getting heavier weight, trying to get stronger. I wasn't growing worth crap, yet my body was always broke down, all right? I was always hurting, I was aching. And back then I used to love playing basketball, but I couldn't play as often because I was always hurt. My shoulders were hurting, my lower back was hurting, knees were hurting, my muscles were just completely sore all the time, and then I was fatigued. Central nervous system got overstimulated. So I was doing that, working out super heavy, working out 6, sometimes 7 days a week. And that is the last thing you should be doing. That's why I'm saying 4 days a week. And rep range, here's what I'm gonna recommend. The overall body complex day, on that Saturday, overall body complex, 6 to 8 reps of every single exercise except the farmer carries. Farmer carries, like I said, 20 to 30 steps. Every other exercise, you're focused on 6 to 8 reps for 3 sets of each. 3 sets of 6 to 8 every exercise. All right, I'm gonna give you one more thing here in a minute, but the other days, the other exercises, you want the 10 to 12 rep range. That gives you more time under tension, more muscular damage, so more blood flow, which is gonna give you a bigger pump, help you grow better. The more blood you're pulling into your muscles, the more lactic acid you're pulling in. The more lactic acid, the more growth hormone you're pulling in. So elevated growth hormone levels. So that is key for building more muscle as well. So that's how you wanna do everything else. So 4 sets of a heavy compound movement. When you're doing your squats, 4 sets. All right, when you're doing your RDLs, 4 sets. Everything else will be 3 sets. For instance, if you're gonna do RDLs, you want 4. If you're doing your hamstring curls, then you want 3 sets of the curls. 10 to 12 reps. Keep the reps the same for all the other exercises though. All right, and I know I'm giving you a lot of information, man, so take notes, write this down, watch the video twice if you have to, go back, pause it, because I just want to give you a ton of information that you can use, that you can finally start to grow with, okay? So that's basically how this is gonna be structured. Now, the other thing to focus on with your workouts, going back to the journal, you should be writing down how much weight you lift. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, how much weight you lifted for every exercise, how many sets did you do with each one, all right? Because the goal is to progress. It's called progressive overload. You want to challenge yourself and push yourself. So if you did 50-pound dumbbells on the bench press, and you did the 10 to 12 rep range, and that's as much as you can do, then next time try to go to 55. If you can't do 55 the second week, the third week try 55. All right, you're trying to progress somewhere. Here's the thing, if you're maxed out, you're hitting 12 reps and 50 pounds, the next week you try 55, you can't get it, you may have to just up the reps. Instead of 12, do 13, then do 14. If you can do it 14 times, guess what? That third week, you're going to be able to do 5 more pounds, which will get you back in the 10 to 12 rep range. All right, so it's okay to go 2 above. If you wanna go 2 reps above, go 2 reps above as a form of progression. So that's okay as well with all these exercises. And also your overall body complex day, that Saturday, really focus on making improvements on the 6 to 8 rep range. That's gonna be your heavy work. So heavy 6 to 8 reps, focus on progression every week, every 2 weeks at least. So if you do that, then you're gonna start growing as long as you're pairing it with all the nutrition you're gonna be consuming. All right, last point, man. Rest, rest, rest. Again, I touched on this briefly. You're not growing in the gym. In the gym, you're working out, you're tearing little micro tears in your muscle, and you're doing everything in the gym that is required to grow. However, outside the gym, you've got to be just as precise. You've got to eat a lot of food. You've got to rest 8 to 10 hours. If you can't get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, try to get as much as you can at night and try to throw in a 30-minute nap sometime midday, lunch or something like that. But the rest is going to be critical for building the muscle. That's why you're getting 3 rest days, 3 full rest days. That's when you're actually going to be building the muscle and repairing, replenishing, recovering from all those hard, intense workouts. So that is going to be key. All right. And also just focus on water. You need to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. This is a very caffeinated society, and that is a diuretic, which is going to shed your body of water. You want at least 80 to 120 ounces of water, depending on the job you have, your activity level. If you're active all the time, you're outdoors working, drink even more. If you're sedentary, you're hanging out in a cool air-conditioned place, then 80 ounces will be okay. But make sure 80 to 120 ounces. That way your body is optimized and working efficiently, because that's what's required for all the nutrients as well. You want to make sure you've got enough water, and that will help everything else work. All the other muscle building processes will work if you're getting the water, you're getting the fuel from your protein, complex carbs, and essential fats, then you're going to start getting good results. But man, I know this was a long video. Here's the thing. A lot of people watch my videos because they just want to lose weight. However, I am passionate about the hard gainers, man. I've got that hard gainer background, like I mentioned earlier, and my son is a hard gainer. So I've been working with my son. Let me go and throw this out. My son is a hard gainer. He's 20 years old, never really took to working out. Video games, stuff like that, man. But he started working out 6 months ago, and his goal is to gain 40 pounds. Well, we've just hit 35 pounds. He just put on 35 pounds. It's all lean muscle. He's doing everything I'm telling you to do though. He's eating more than he's ever eaten. He's working out exactly the way I'm telling you to work out. Same structure, same days, everything. All right, so that's what he's doing, and then he's resting. He actually gets to take a 30-minute nap. He's lucky. He gets to take his nap during the day, and he's making sure he gets 8 hours of sleep every night. If you do all of that, man, you're gonna start growing, I promise you. Make a huge difference. But if you have any questions, like I said earlier, comment below and let me know. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you are a hard gainer and you want me to produce more hard gainer type videos, I can do nutrition videos just specifically for hard gainers. I can do a lot of different types of videos for hard gainers. So if that's you, then in the comment section, put the word hard gainer. If I get enough of those, man, then I'll start throwing in quite a bit of these videos as well. But other than that, man, that's all I got. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.